Hi, thanks for tuning in. So what we're going to do here today is we're going to get rid of these old sediment faucets that were used for a laundry machine. We've got the building turned off right now. You can see we got a little bit of water coming out. That's normal. But what we're going to do is we're going to put in some half-inch ball valves because unfortunately these sediment faucets, what they can do is unfortunately they don't get used for so long that when you actually need them, they fail. And unfortunately in this building, the entire building has to be shut down because there is no secondary shut off. And I like to use the ball valves in a situation like this. I find they just last longer. The one thing about ball valves you should know is never throttle a ball valve, meaning never have it half open or 3/4 open. Always make sure it's all the way open. What can happen is when you throttle a ball valve, it can wear the actual ball inside with the water moving past it. It's going to actually wear it, and then when you need it, it's not going to shut off. But anyways, what you can see we're doing here is just getting everything soldered up, or ready to solder, I should say. When you're dealing with water lines that have been painted like this, copper water lines that have been painted, I like to just use my knife and just kind of scrape it off a bit before I use the sand cloth. I just find it a quicker process. It takes a long time to sand it, I've found in the past. And when you are soldering, you're going to want to make sure that this copper is 100% clean. They say 90% of soldering is preparation. So you're going to want to make sure that copper is nice and clean before you do anything. The copper is just not going to take. That oxidized copper just will not take solder in it. So make sure it's nice and clean like you can see here. Next what we'll do is we'll make sure our ball valves are clean as well. Always clean your fittings, clean everything. And then you're going to want to apply some acid flux to the ball valve and fittings that you are putting in. And what we're going to do is switch to PEX pipe in this situation. So now that we've got everything ready to go, we're ready to actually put the heat to it, to the torch on it. Now in this situation you can see here, what you could use is what's called a fire blanket. And that's going to help you not burn the wall behind us here. Now I'm just being very careful to not burn it. So you can see I'm starting at the actual brass ball valve. Now it's not that important where you start. I always like to start with the brass ball valve just because it is a thicker material and it's going to take longer to heat up. So once I know I've got the brass ball valve hot enough to solder, then everything else will come a lot easier. You can see how much faster everything is going now. And before you turn this off, obviously let it cool completely. So you can see now everything's just about ready. And once you're done, clean the acid flux off the copper. Thanks for watching.